this is all so weird now. Huh. Oh, please. And we're live. How are you, folks? If anyone's there, it is time for the KillCo Swaggins. And we have a Peated flight. So I hope you like Scotch. I do. I had a bunch of it yesterday. I'm going to have more now. That. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. My name is Brian. Hi, how are you? It's nice to be here. I mean, it's nice to have you here. Good to be here myself. Starting another week. Yeah, super. But this is an early stream to make up for my lack of a video last week because life and things, and I have no concept of time or ability to focus for very long. So you're welcome for that. But we get a 2-hour stream of just drinking whiskey and having a good time, relaxing, and hoping this week will be better, if not twice as better. I don't know if last week was bad. Was it? Hopefully not. Anyhow, Mr. Swagner, are you mentally prepared to join the stream? Good on you. Here we go.
Hello, sir.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah. I'm just real quick. I'm just warming up a little bit with a little monumental from Alexander Murray. Just a really super light peated blend from them.
Sounds fancy. I don't think I've ever had it. Oh, wait, I gotta say hello to people. Sugar Kitty, hello. Doug H, hello. Welcome. Thank you for being here so damn early. Good God. Bourbon. Rendezvous. Welcome, Talk Doug. Welcome. Hi. I hope you've mentally prepared yourself. We are going deep into the peats. I even wore a fancy shirt because Swagner was going to be here. Can't really tell what it is on stream, though. That's all right.
What is it?
It's the Metallica Pour Touring Me shirt.
Oh.
That I actually bought at the Pour Touring Me thing. I think they were in Boston, but I have no full recollection of when or where it was. But I thought metal, so there we go. It's in the title, Metallica. Metal, done.
Yeah, I wore my fancy shirt too.
That's a nice shirt. I like that shirt. There's only 2 of them in existence now. There's that one and the one I have. That's it.
Well, you did do a soft launch on Patreon, and nobody knew that you had the shirts till I mentioned when I was wearing one the other night and mentioned that you had them. So I think maybe if you actually put them out there to people, that you might have a few people that buy them.
Yeah, I will. I want to add a few more than just one design, though, and I have a couple set up. I'll roll them past you and maybe a couple other people who are interested, because for me it's just uber critical of everything, and that's not good for me because it makes me very indecisive. Yeah,
I understand. Same here. Like I was saying with that, what I sent you over as my as a logo just today was like, someone gave me the idea for the mash, where it says the mash bill, because of the music and metal. It's Marshall Amp. It's the Marshall Amps font. So that's what I was using. They said that would be cool. But then I was kind of like sitting there trying to find something that would allow me to use what I had and add to it. And I was like,
such a pain.
Yeah, and I'm trying to use Canva, and that's a joke. So then I'm like trying to use Pixma and like 7 other different things on my phone, and I was like, you know what, here, this is something if you want to use it, cool. If not, I'm not upset.
It's so much easier for me to not. I mean, I usually just text and maybe a face is all I really need. And even
I thought about that. I was thinking about maybe like having
I can do this.
Doing, having like a face like you said, Peated Scotch with me, like going and sending it to you. But
hello, Mom. No more shirts. You do not need more shirts. Scott Pigsley, hello, Schwab. I forgot completely that I can actually click on this and do stuff. It's been a while. I don't remember the last time I've done a guest anything.
Yeah.
So I must remember that.
Wasn't the last one you did like Roy?
No, I think the last one I did was probably Whiskey Mountains. She's been on here twice.
Oh, okay.
No, there's trouble.
I gotta find
Franklin. Hello. Welcome.
Hey.
I don't know if Mama KillCo's seen you directly, by the way. I mean, I've known you for a while, and like years, over a year now at least.
Yeah.
2 years, maybe.
Yeah, for a while. And then but unless Mama Kilco watches a lot, I think maybe you've been on one or two of my lives a couple times, and then I think I was on here one other time with you really quick. So but,
yes, you were really briefly for something. I forget what. And that was when I was using StreamYard all the time. Now
I think it was one year. It was one year. You did was it the mental health? Like you did a fundraiser, or you did something. You were talking about mental health, and I came on for a few minutes and talked about it and stuff. It was something like that. But it was only like really super briefly too. It wasn't like
it was right at the end of the stream, I think.
Yeah.
I think again, my memory is terrible. I don't remember much of yesterday, but that's for another reason. Some of it was terrifying. Some of it was just a fair amount.
Oh yeah. Speaking of yesterday, before we get into all this, how was in general? How was it? I mean,
Riot Powers. It was good. It was a little crowded. I mean, the last peated Scotch thing I did at Irene's store. First of all, it was at her store before she expanded, so it was just in the store, and it was maybe me and 5 other people and Irene. I think that was it. There were at least 30-ish or more, easily more people there. So it was a bit busy, but she did have an expanded area. So we all fit in there. There's a little bit of elbow room. Nothing was crazy. Pop KillCo, hi. He was there with me yesterday, drinking all the peated Scotch. And other than that being a little crowded, it wasn't too bad. But it was also good that it was crowded. She was getting all kinds of business. She pretty much sold out of Lefroy, except for some of the crazy expensive stuff. She has like a 25-year and a 30-year. It's ridiculous.
Oh wait, and your rich self couldn't get a 25.
No, not this time. I think she's going to hold one for me. So once I can afford it, I'm in. We got to try I think we got to try the 15 or 25, 16. We got to try 16-year at least, or something like that.
Did you get the Cardaeus that you had, or I don't know how to pronounce it, that you had in the picture?
I don't either, and I was told yesterday, so it tells you a lot about me. They said it's a big way to say it. It is car, and then the last part of it isn't how you think it is.
Oh, okay, because I know there's a picture with you, and I believe it's who was it? Now I'm trying to think who it was. You guys were doing like a little thing for Aquavite picture on Instagram.
It was a Zen Boot.
Oh, it was Zen Boot, yeah. It was the two of you, and you looked like you were having a good time. You kind of had that Lefroy holding it like a football type.
I was holding it for my dad. It wasn't like something I officially planned to buy, but he did get it, and he did have it signed by, I think it's Simon, who was the one who was the ambassador. He had a kilt on and everything.
That's cool.
And he was very Scottish. Accent was there and everything.
Yeah, so I mean, I figure it was probably a little easier for you to be in that situation with people that you do know, like Zen Boot and freaking your dad being there with you.
Was the only ones who I knew directly, and it does help to know the person who's hosting it. That's a big thing for some reason. Like if you know the person who is hosting the whole event, that helps me mentally because they are going to be keenly aware of at least as many people as possible. She's got a lot of customers for there, but I knew Irene, Cliff Smith, he travels everywhere. He's the whiskey pixie to some, and Zen Boot and me and my dad. So there was enough people so I could form a barrier around me in case I needed to. Just get me a little more space. We actually kind of hid in the corner for as much of it as we could because that was enough. There was more elbow room. But still very busy.
Yeah, Sugar Kitty says that it's pronounced Carjuice.
Carjuice?
Carjuice or Carjuice.
Oh, that's right. It was car, and then the last part was supposed to be how you'd say gorgeous. So Carjuice.
So Carjuice.
Yeah, but like Geus, whatever. But yes, okay. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. He told me yesterday. I'm like, yeah, it's car. And there's a D in there just to mess with you. Prescription bourbon. Hello, I see you. Hello.
Cheers, Doug H. I'll cheers you in a second when I.
Yeah, driving back was the real scary part.
Did it start snowing again or something? Or
it did. I don't know how to describe this kind of snow. When I saw it falling, I kind of went, huh. And it was as if the sky was briefly scattering. Have you ever seen those like cupcake or cake decorations, like those little white balls kind of thing? That's what seemed to be falling. It wasn't quite hail. They're really tiny.
So it was like the nonpareils, the snow
tinier than that, like the sprinkle versions. They were just round and sprinkly.
Oh yeah, because like this, you know, you had those candies called snow caps that had those little white.
Yes, those are the things I'm talking about. Things I'm talking.
Yeah, they're called the name of them are called nonpareils. It used to be my mom's favorite candy, so I had those things were like
they're hard. That's what I remember about them.
Yeah,
I don't know, Dad. Soon, I have many different bottles. I know you want to try that, even though we had it like yesterday, I think. Yeah, but I think those little ball things were basically ice.
Yeah.
And it was brief, but it was a lot. So it just it was a scrawl. I think people are saying it was just. So it was like that a little bit on the road. And it froze on the road everywhere. So suddenly it was like, oh, these aren't too bad. There's like hills and windy little paths in Connecticut. And suddenly everything was slick. And it was terrifying to drive home on that. There was one moment we were going up a hill and I got no traction suddenly. I was like, so I had to keep like stopping and gunning it a little bit. We did get traction eventually, but there were a lot of cars behind me. So I did not want to suddenly start rolling backwards. And other than that, we saw a car accident happen right in front of us. That was cool. Yeah, we were going over a bridge, a very large bridge, a long bridge, almost back, like going. We are, just to the area where we live, basically. And we see some idiot who's going too fast. Someone else had like swerved off on the bridge and was kind of like bumped there and stuck and had to stop because they couldn't move, I guess. I don't know what the hell happened. I didn't see it, but I know that other guy came up real quick and just like came around us, and that guy was sitting there and there was no way he could stop in time. Like he rear-ended him right in front of us. It's like, wow. Yeah, 2 accidents on the bridge. One was further down, which is why we slowed down. And then the other one was the guy who kind of swerved off to the side, and the other guy just slammed into him. Right there. It was like right there. I was like, that guy was a moron. He was driving way too fast. But we got home safely. No bottles were damaged in the journey or anything like that. It was terrifying.
And I am very upset myself that the KillCo kitchen is officially over, at least HelloFresh wise.
Mm-hmm.
But with your culinary skills, I'm sure that you can go to the store and whip up something.
I did. Doing enough of those was helpful in the fact that it's like, all right, they always keep giving me these potatoes, so if I just buy these potatoes and do the exact same thing, I can have mashed potatoes whenever I want. All right, cool. And the other stuff with these too, like the vegetables, just like cover it in oil. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But yeah, it was all fairly simple stuff. It was just sometimes time consuming and a lot of steps, and I'd get very distracted very easily. So yeah. And the fact that I gained weight, like I don't eat like other people. I don't eat 3 times a day. I eat twice, maybe.
So I thought maybe when you said that you had some sort of weird way of it, a special hole in the side of your neck or something. That,
yes, I just inject it into the back of my head.
You're in your other alien mouth that you have.
It's the head and the back here, the face that no one sees. It's like Voldemort thing. Don't ask. That's why I wear a hat now. But no, it's just I don't eat the same way as other people do. I'm eating a lot of very oil heavy and buttery foods by doing that. So although I liked it and it did get me to cook more, it was just like, completely defeated the purpose. I was doing it so I ate healthier at home, and it was like, I'm eating at home, not necessarily healthier.
Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of oils you use and stuff like that and how much of it. So
yeah, well, they were always very vague. It was like olive oil, drizzle with olive oil, or cook with oil, or add butter, or add sugar. I was like, Slapshot, cheers. Hello. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anyone. Where'd he go?
Oh, somebody already hit up a Russian. Hit up the Russian bot.
Ooh, look at him go. I'm popular. I'm famous. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. I didn't even see that. It did pop up. Oh, there it is. There. I'll do it twice. What was I doing? I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone.
There you go. Now that's fixed.
Prescription bourbon, I think I do. Said hi, Slapshot.
It's a Mr. Great
Mr. Great Shot. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome. Hello. Squash that butt.
Since I'm gonna start drinking now, I need to set up my liquid IV for the evening.
You should be fine. I mean, don't drink them all at once.
Oh no, but you got to remember after this, I get a short break. Basically, get a break and long enough to get something to eat and stuff, and then it's live wire whiskey time. And
oh God.
So yeah. And for me, I don't know why my work decided that President's Day was important enough to give us a day off, but they did.
Hey.
They did give us Monday off, so I might drink a couple more than I would normally on a Sunday.
Please drink responsibly. Hydration is key.
You know what I'm telling you, that you have to have that on a shirt.
Maybe the hydration is key is from a steam powered draft thing. That's why I say it that way.
Well, no, I understand. No, I understand that, but every time that that hydration is key pops up in the chat, everybody knows exactly who's the one that put it up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like another one of your taglines, like give me easy.
I've thought about it, and I have some ideas in mind, but we'll see. Mom, it's a secret. He doesn't know.
But merch wise, though, I was just thinking about that too. Was I was going to tell you, if you do decide to do something outside of a shirt, do a water bottle that just literally just has your mustache.
Yeah, that was what I definitely thought.
Has the mustache and just says hydration is key.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get something similar to this, that'd be nice. I like stainless steel stuff. That's no problem. Something I can survive being dropped for some odd reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all the water balls now that you got that are out are just like those double wall steel. I mean, and like where I'm at, I can get. Shoot, I got this one right here. This like just freaking like I want to say. I'm trying to think how. It's like 320 ounces or something like that. And it's freaking. It cost me $25 at a Walmart because it's one of their Walmart brands. But hey,
it could take the place of a fire extinguisher by the look of it.
Yeah, but it's about the same size as a fire extinguisher. Yeah.
Emily Chambers, hello. You're welcome. John McKellen, hello. I don't know if I saw you in here. Copyright hydration is key. Yep, done. No one else can ever say that.
Yeah,
low ride pick. Oh, 4 Roses sourced. Oh, sorry, kitty. Don't tease me. I'm not having bourbon right now. More peated Scotch. It's good. It's kind of funny. This coincided with yesterday somehow. Because I had at least 6 to 7 different Lefroigs yesterday. It was great.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like the Lefroy wise. I got a weird feeling you might have hit me with a Lefroy. I'll know when I smell freaking salt water.
Yeah,
but
yes, I would. They're all peated. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked earlier when he said peated. I'm sitting there going, did he say peated Scotch or just peated whiskeys? Because if he throws that Connemara in there, he's going to mess me up. Because I know you have that Connemara behind you, right?
I do. I have to finish that. I said that so many times in this. every month or two. It's like, I need to finish that Connemara. Maybe I'll do something with it next month. Because it's all March and St. Patrick's Day and all that madness.
I mean, how much of a bottle do you have left? Like half a bottle?
Less than that.
Okay, well. Throw out before St. Patty's Day, just do a contest with Irish whiskeys that you have. So I think you got, Slane. Wait, I'm trying to think what you have off the top of my head.
I don't know either. There's plenty. There's plenty to go around.
Yeah, but if you just put together like a four sample flight or whatever of Irish, and then just have it like say next weekend. Then you send it out before St. Patty's Day, and then on St. Patty's Day do a stream where the people that won them do the flight with you or whatever. You know,
that would require planning and being organized.
Yeah, but
it's in there now.
I'm telling you now so that you can work that out for overtime.
I have something in plan. I was going to do some kind of giveaway, and it would probably just be like my favorite Irish whiskeys kind of thing for what I have right now. I do have still other Irish whiskeys to open. Even next Friday, I have to get another one from Irene's store again. I'm going to go back there, and there might be a bottle giveaway. Irene's been I've talked to Irene, and she's keen on the idea of me giving away some of her bottles since people cannot get them if you're not in the area.
Yeah,
but people do drive pretty far with other, New England area, and that's about it.
So, have you tried tried two gingers? Because I just got a bottle of it.
I have. You should watch the review.
Okay, I don't see everybody's reviews, so that's why I'm asking.
No, it's old. It's probably 2 years ago by now.
Okay,
but yes, Mama KillCo donated that bottle. That's what I can tell you.
Because I'm just saying, because I picked it up for like $12 because they were clearancing it out at Total Wine.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Simba hello. Long time no see. Oh, Korean Kingfisher. What the hell?
What's Kingfisher?
I have no idea, but it sounds good. Yeah, it looks like a beer. He's got the beer emote there.
All right, well, let's see.
Have you braced yourself? Are you mentally prepared for this?
Yeah, they're all poured out. They're all breathing. So let's see how long I breathe after drinking.
I'm strangulating mine. They're not allowed to breathe. I got them all capped.
Yeah, because the thing is like I got a Oogie that Michelle Davilar sent me as the Secret Santa for Livewire.
That's cute.
I thought it was William because me and William talk we talk about scotches sometimes and stuff like that, and I know he's a big Scotch guy, so I thought he was my Secret Santa, and I called him to thank him for the bottle. And he's like, it wasn't me, dude. It was Michelle. She asked me what she should give you, and I said, hey, I think he likes peated scotches, so he sent him the Ugadale. And I'm like sitting there going, I don't like peated scotches. I'm getting better at being able to tolerate them. If it's like light peat, I'm not. This doesn't really bother me at all. It's when it gets into those like the Lagavulin 16, and stuff like that, where it just kicks you in the face before you even drink it. That's the ones that kind of get me a little bit. But
we'll see what happens. We have an interesting lineup, and none of these were sent to be like peat, but they are peated. So
well, and I did have a choice. I did have a choice of getting something else besides peated from you.
Mm-hmm.
I also had the choice of just getting the flight that you did on the stream and knowing exactly what it was when it came to me, and I could just drink it anytime, or a blind flight that I came on live to do with you. So I chose the blind flight to do it live.
He's chosen his execution, folks. That wasn't me.
Okay. Well, since there's a few people here, in the chat, A, B, C, or D. That's what
I would do a poll, but there already is one.
Yeah. Yeah. Which one I'm going to like more?
Yeah. Well, if you want to go off that, it's already at 65% for C.
Okay, well then I guess we'll start C. Why not?
Yeah, because that's easy. Going to be like, what do you want? And like seeing a line of A, B, C, or D. We'll find out if they were right. PC Brian, Mom, no. It's already started. Look what you've done.
That's not really like super like crazy Pete either.
Mm-hmm. My intent was to give you something you might enjoy. I am not the kind, unless they ask for, unless someone's like, hey, give me something that's going to kick my ass. I'm like, no, what? Okay. Like I know Rocket's doing something soon, and I'm going, I wonder, what can I do?
See, on this one, truthfully, it's I have more. It's more of iodine than it is the peat. I almost want to guess the bottle right off the bat just because of the iodine, but I'll wait.
Yeah, do the guess at the end.
Yeah, but it's not bad. I mean,
I can tell you, as what I do, this is kind of a spoiler for anyone who's watching who's ever gotten a blind flight. I generally go from A to D, and I start with A being the lowest proof and D being the highest.
Okay. But unless, I don't know, I'm trying to think if you have any cast strengths, and if you did, it wouldn't be anything over like 108.
No, there's nothing over 60% here.
Okay, so.
Some of them are pretty close, but there's nothing over.
Well, no, because the other day I was at Total Wine, and Highland Park cast strength batch 2 came out like in the last couple of weeks. Nice. It's like $89 or whatever. Yep. But it's 125. It's 125 proof.
Mm-hmm.
So That's a hot tamale. That's a spicy meatball.
But I found with peated stuff anyway, like yesterday, example, there was something that was 62%. You would have no idea. Granted, had been drinking a lot of peated stuff, so we were kind of set. Our palates were at that level where we were okay for the alcohol. But as soon as I took a sip and then they told me how much it was in there, I was like, what? Excuse me? How?
Oh, this was outside the Lafroig tasting, or
No, this is at the Lafroig tasting. It was one of the really high ones. I think it was 62. It was up there. It was higher than I ever thought it would be, but I don't remember what it is.
All right,
It's a little fuzzy.
I've smelt it enough. I'm gonna get...
Okay, everybody, let's just enjoy this. Cheers. Delicious.
Like I said, it's the iodine overtakes the freaking peat, but you can smell the peat really lightly though. All right.
Cheers. Oh yeah. Bourbon, hello, welcome. Welcome out. Bourbon Neophyte, hello. Oh, burning. Welcome. Delicious, right?
It tastes good. I mean, it tastes good. It's just it's not a burn. It's really like the front part of my tongue is like super tingly, and the very back part of my tongue is super warm. Not like spicy like heat. Like it doesn't seem like it's proof heat. It's more of just like a warming sensation in the back of my throat.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely freaking Scotch.
Mama KillCo says, "Don't forget to like the video, please."
And then the peat is like real. It's like super light. I mean, compared to some of the other stuff that I actually have tried.
Mm. Sugar Kitty is an Isla. That one is an Isla.
Yeah, it's not super heavy on my super heavy on the palate though with the peat side of it.
Yeah. Again, I wasn't trying to have anything knock you out or blow out your palate, especially. The Highland Park Cask Strength release number 1, I think, is at the local liquor store that I go to, and it's $90.
Okay.
But it's there. I've eyeballed it more than once. I'm like, man.
I really like that new Highland Park with the one in the white bottle. I don't know
I've
if you've
seen
seen
that.
it.
Yeah.
That is a gorgeous freaking bottle. Man.
Prescription Bourbon. I'm still trying to figure out with Lagavulin. Ooh, that jumped. What it is about that. That Lagavulin 16 is something I don't like about it. I don't know what. I'd have to try it again, and I don't have a bottle of it. So,
my thing is that for some reason the peat on the Lagavulin that is so much different than peat on the other things that it's like a barbecue went wrong. That's the only way I can freaking like.
Someone overdid it.
Yeah, the burnt ends were really burnt ends.
Yeah, they caught fire and they put it out. I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sure, Kitty. That's good to know. I mean, like I said, I've eyeballed it a number of times, but it's still in that over $25 range for me. So, and I've been getting really dumb. I've noticed that there's been other really expensive bourbons have crossed my path. I'm like, sure. I'm going, what is happening to me? Who am I?
Okay. Well, I'm out. My sample's done. Oh, and I still got plenty in the bottle, but we got to move on before I drink the rest of the sea. I actually like that. That's really good.
Cool. Well, that's the boat right now. Don't spoil it. We'll see.
Okay, so
we'll see. Well, I'm so funny. We'll see. Anyway.
Oh, it's a pun. It's a pun. That's funny.
One. It's a bad one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, dang it! I should have looked it up. I should have cheated. Because I was going to ask you if the Glen Scotia 15 is a peated whiskey, but I don't know. I can't tell you because I know you have it. So
I can answer all the questions at the end. I keep looking over here. That's the chat. Ugh.
All right. Okay, so A, B, and D. What was the next vote getter?
Let's see. As far as the votes are, people were saying you were going to love C, and then the second runner-up was A.
Okay.
At the moment, that could change.
Yeah, well, at the moment that I'm trying things,
Yes.
A it is.
Yes. Everyone was very keen on C, and you seem to like that one, which is good. But let's see if you like A. Keep in mind that is a lower proof. Or percent, or whatever.
I'm just trying to figure out why I'm not really smelling any peat.
Mm.
And I'm trying to think if, like you said, you weren't trying to kill me, so...
Nope, this would have been the starter.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is your lightest peated whiskey that I know of.
Nobody knows anything. It's a super secret. It's not like I've sent that list to more than one person.
Yeah, it's
Oh, there's trouble. Cliff, hello. Welcome. Welcome. We're torturing this man. It's lots of fun.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm smelling seawater or not.
It's a weird one. I'll give it that. And I should mention that the bottle has been very low for a while. It's one I need to finish. And I've said that again numerous times. I just don't grab peated stuff that often.
Let's see, because Glendronac's not peated.
Yes, the YouTube overlords demand your thumbs, as does Mama KillCo. Do it.
Like I said, I'm not really smelling a lot of peat. I'm smelling like I said, a little bit of seawater. But
is it sweet?
It's kind of like it's like this is the one I would think that you would mess me with Connemara because it has a cookie, like a really like light cookie note to it. Not like a sugar, not like a shortbread, but there's something about it that's like a bit like a biscuit, like an English biscuit type cookie, freaking just really super light, sugared.
Mm-hmm. Sugar, definitely. For my taste, anyway. That's what I really liked when I first got it, but now I've kind of gotten into other stuff. That's a little more my palate, and this one's still good.
Well, that's because it's probably like 83 proof, so it's way too low for your sophisticated palate.
Oh, yeah, my sophisticated palate.
Wow. All right, let's see what it tastes like. That's definitely way thinner than C is.
It's his. That is the one I would give to people who are curious about the idea of peat. Like if they had no idea what it was, it's like, here, okay, try this.
This is your Game of Thrones bottle, and now I'm trying to think what freaking Game of Thrones, which one it is.
I can tell you it is not.
Anyway. Okay, so you're telling me it's not one of your Game of Thrones bottles, like the Glendronic?
No, I think I'm trying to remember which ones were peated. I know there's a 9 year.
Yeah, Lagavulin.
Lagavulin, that's the one.
The Talisker. What's the other one? I think there's one other one that's peated because the Mortlock's not peated.
You know that more than I do. I know I have them, and they're all up here in the back. That's all. I feel like I should put them on display somewhere, maybe raise them up a little higher, but unfortunately, this plastic monstrosity behind me that holds my bottles kind of goes like this in the middle.
I mean, this kind of really reminds me of like that Singleton Glendorn that I have, but with just a really, really super light freaking peat.
Prescription Burden. I have all but one, oddly enough, and that's the weird All the Kingdoms bottle.
Before I get
and I've never seen that one. But again, Cliff Smith was generous enough to donate at least 4 of those bottles to the channel for me to complete the collection, except for that last one, which is kind of obscure. Like, I didn't even know about it until he told me. Like, oh, there's another.
All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to write down proofs right now. Bottle wise, I don't think I could ever get. I think there might be. I probably could get 1 or 2 bottles because I kind of know what you're.
Give me some random background music. Hold on. I don't know how high it is. There you go. You can kind of hear it. People in chat, let me know if you can hear that weird background music, because that's a whole new thing for StreamYard. Normally, I just flip on my Spotify, but that's on a different broadcasting thing, software, platform, app, whatever it is.
Oh, okay. Now that I let it sit for a second and didn't do anything, it's like now I'm getting a little bit more of the plastic.
Yeah, that was one of the problems I had with it. Now
it's like, well, I mean, you know what? Like diaper plastic, like freaking the plastic.
Unfortunately, yes, I do.
Yeah, the freaking smell of the of disposable diaper plastic. That's what. Now that kind of now it kind of messes with me now.
Mm-hmm. It's like, think of something terrible. It's like, this kind of reminds me of. I'm gonna put that one down.
Thank you, Sugar Kitty, for the update on the Dalwhinnie, Singleton, and Kleinlich. Because now I won't think of the Singleton. And I have a 15 Dalwhinnie right here. So
it's making me think of. It's not as bright or clean, but there are like baby wipes. That's kind of what it's making me think of. Because you said that, and I immediately went there. I was like, oh, that's the other thing that would be in that situation.
Oh, I guess before it's over, we have to pour Tomatin 12 for this to be a Scotch stream, according to Bourbon Neophyte.
Do we even have that? I have no idea.
I actually just got one recently, so.
Oh, he wants you to open that. That's what that is.
I think I already opened it.
No, he wants you to drink more of it. I like that. He's trying to get you hammered because you don't work tomorrow. All right, music stopped, everyone. I just was testing it. Again, it's a weird feature for this, and it seems like it's short. And if there's one thing I can't stand is like the human brain is very keen on pattern recognition. So if I hear the same clip more than twice, it's going to be the only thing I hear, and I'll hear it again and again. I'll start to clench my jaw the whole time.
Okay, you're probably not going to give me the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Are they all bourbon cask, or one of them or any of them double cask with a sherry wood or something like that?
That's a good question.
I knew you weren't going to give me the answer, but I thought I'd try it anyway.
Well, I couldn't give you the answer. I have to check now. I have no idea. And I can't look at the bottles. I can tell you at the end if I look at the bottles, probably.
We're just having fun. It's not like I'm.
Yeah. Well, you know me. It's like, you want to know information right now? No.
No, my palate sucks anyway, so I'll be wrong about everything. But
it does not. Your palate is your own. You can't say it sucks if it's yours.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with B because since we know that you like to make the proof go up, D would be the most. So
D is the highest proof.
If anything, that would be your 120-ish type.
That's the closest to it, but even then, it's far off.
Well, no, because it's like probably like 113, 112 for the last one. Because that's okay. So if I was venturing a guess, A is right around 84, 83, 84, and C is right at 100 to 100 and like around 100. Like high 90s, right at the low hundreds.
I have to keep like doing math in my head. He's like 100 is 50, and then if he says the 90.
Okay. I forgot. You go. You do ABV. Instead of proof. So
either way, I got it. I just cut it in half. It's fine. But for me, it's just one of those little, like, why would I say 100 proof when I could say 50%? It feels faster. and there's less in it. Like I don't have to put 100, like, well, in any of these, if it's 100. Anyway, point is, I just find it easier. It's easier for some reason in my head.
Yeah.
And it's more global. I think that's what it is, because mostly the proof is a very American thing. Nothing wrong with that, but anywhere else you go, you see proof, they're like, what? I mean, the percentage of alcohol. Yes.
Yeah, on some of the European bottles I've been looking at on must-have malts and stuff like that, it only has the ABV. It doesn't even have a proof on the label.
I'm not sure what the laws are. I know some places probably just don't need it at all.
Wow, this is...
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, Bourbon. Or Neophyte. Bourbon Neophyte. Gotta say the whole thing. He's putting out some knowledge, info, stuff that I might have known but forgot. I'm kidding. I never knew that. So now I stop the music, I can still hear it. Crap. I can hear it like in the back of my head now. It was the lo-fi stuff, so very chill. I'm gonna turn it on and off again at random now.
Wait a second. Oh crap!
Did you go in for B?
Yeah.
Was it a little aggressive?
Yeah. That's like a Lagavulin at 8 or something like that. That's that like grabbed me by the freaking tonsils and freaking like yanked on them.
Are you having a good time?
Well, it's weird because like the C didn't do anything, right? But it's like you said, you're going higher proof, but proof doesn't mean hotter or harsher.
Not with peated stuff.
But
you can get a 60% thing, and if it's peated, you're just like, whoa, peat.
Yeah, these I appreciate the fact that you didn't like go like hardcore barbecue, freaking roasted goat, freaking.
So far,
Pete.
We still don't know. Well, you still don't know what the last one is, and that could go either way. But it is my want, my innermost desire, is to, of course, make people enjoy whiskey and try to get towards things they might enjoy, rather than be like, here, this will be disgusting. Enjoy.
Well, the thing is I'm trying to get into a little bit more into scotches to try to get the difference in notes between different scotches, because like Jura, okay, I like Jura, but also the first thing you pick up on Jura is the oatmeal, is that it has like a really heavy oatmeal type smell or grain smell to it, and so I'm trying to get used to that. But like in general, scotches that aren't finished, or scotches that aren't whatever peated, or there's some sort of specialty to it, from right now to me kind of are almost like one noted. Now some are a little bit better than others, like the mouth feel, the finish and stuff like that. But in general, you have usually an iodine smell or a plastic smell to it, Band-Aids.
Yep.
And then outside of that, it just depends on what is finished in, and like with Irish you get butter cookies. I mean, that's a lot across a lot of them, and I'm really, really kind of, because bourbon has gotten so one note in general, like you can only have so many. Okay, don't take this the wrong way, Bourbon. You can only have so many 6 to 13 year MGPs that are pretty much the same. And so I started to try some other things, like some lowland scotches and stuff like that. And then now there's so many distilleries opening up in Ireland. There's going to be so many Irishes coming out over the next couple years.
I'm ready for it. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, so that I'm kind of like trying to expand that way too. So
there's a whole world of whiskey out there. That's what I tell people.
Well, yeah,
if you want to just stick with bourbons, cool. There's nothing that changes that, but there is vastly more things. Like even in my own world, I have a very default kind of foods I eat just because of what's around. But there are plenty of places for sushi and Indian food and all that kind of stuff. Like places I would not normally go just because I'm not used to eating it. or I want to go try them. I've had like little bits and pieces where I'm like, oh, that's really good, but I haven't deep dived into anything. Sushi is one of them where I'm like, it is fish, it is raw, so that's interesting. Is that still B that you're on?
Yeah, and it tastes like I bit into a freaking barbecue pit.
Ah.
And it's really stingy. Like half the front half of my tongue is just like, feels like people are sticking needles in it right now. Which, like I said, prickly. That's the word, prickly, because it's not. I know it's not doing it from proof; it's doing it from the peat. Because I need to clean
some mouthwash.
I need to cleanse the old palate. With something.
Top shelf, hello. I saw you pop in a minute ago. I didn't say anything. Mr. Whiskey, I see you. Hello. Cheers.
Yeah. So, and then so how many subs are you at now? Like,
I have no idea. 586, maybe 567, 558. That sounds good. 558, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, 586. There you go.
I knew it. That's what I said.
Well, no, because I wasn't sure where you were at, because Neophyte is getting close to 200. Bourbon Neophyte. So anybody that hasn't subbed to Bourbon Neophyte, please
do it.
Use all your bots. Let's get him to 200 before the end of the month.
There you go. So the climb is real, folks. You have no idea. It's really disheartening because you see these people, the reaction channels, which I get sucked into watching. I like seeing people see something for the first time, but thousands and thousands of subscribers, and all they're doing is like, oh, that's really funny. Or they stop every 5 seconds. That drives me insane.
The ones I like are like the Try channel and
oh hell yeah, that was good.
When they're like trying American freaking whiskeys, and then you're laughing because they're like, oh, we're trying American bourbons, and then it's like Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, some like
I felt that feeling. I was like, well, I can't. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. Everyone understands.
Oh, wait a second. This is D.
Uh-oh. Going in the deep end.
That is definitely peated.
Yes, this one generally doesn't mess around. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Friggin'. Hold on.
That's charcoal.
Yeah, that's not even freaking like that's not Kingsford. That's freaking like wood charcoal.
Yep.
Wow. See, the thing is, that's really weird to me is how peat, even in some of the other ones I've tasted where it's a little bit higher proof stuff with peat in it, the peat almost eliminates the sting of the alcohol. Like, I've never had a Scotch that was peated in any way, even the Lagavulin or the Ugadal or anything else, that I got what's it called, ethanol sting or anything from, like I do from some bourbons and rye and everything else. It's always the peat that kind of knocks the shit down and knocks it down and says, no, I'm here, smell me.
Mm-hmm. Ignore the alcohol content. There is only peat. Think of nothing else but me.
That's a smoky bitch.
That it is. French Oak 43 was very nice. I think I have Tomatin samples behind me underneath, but I'm not sure. I'd have to check. I might be thinking of Jura, though. I have a couple of sample packs. I think there's Johnny Walker and a Jura. Nope. That's the one. He loves it.
When I first tasted it, I was like, oh, okay, I can get through this.
Oh, this is food.
Then like I think it's probably like 4.638 seconds. that precise. My mind just said, oh hell no, you ain't ready for that shit. And what's really bad is it's probably Ugadel or Corey Vecken, and I have a bottle sitting here of Ugadel.
Oogie.
But I don't know what
Oogie.
you have. I don't think you have an Ardbeg. You got 10. I think you might have 10.
I have more peated Scotch than regular Scotch, which is a problem. I have to.
Do you really?
Fix. I do. I went through a few of them. I was like, peated. What the fuck, peated? Okay, that's good.
Well, I can honestly tell you that once I'm done with this, I will be moving on. I will stay with Scotches with you, but I don't believe that any of them will be peated.
They don't have to be. I mean, that's the thing. I don't drink peated Scotches regularly, but my dad likes a lot of them, so I've gotten a lot of them. And I do like them occasionally, like last night and tonight. It's really nice to go back to it, but it's not my go-to all the time, unlike, bourbons.
Is it okay? Tooth. So that's the thing, like with Scott, I found with bourbons, like certain bourbons, even though they're, some of them can be one-noted or whatever, there's certain bourbons that I like to have either like with or post a meal. Like a Russell's pick, like a Russell's pick, a Russell's reserve pick, since they don't make any bad ones. I like to have that. I like to, when I'm having a burger and fries and stuff, I don't mind I don't mind throwing a couple pieces of ice into a rocks glass.
Oh yeah,
little Russell's Reserve and drink it while I'm eating my freaking
burger.
It's
like
and
having
fries.
A milkshake. People have milkshake with their burger and fries. Something sweet just goes with it. Cuts through the grease.
And then, but I'm just wondering, like, it's Scotch wise, because I've seen more people that tend to drink Scotches like during meals than I have other stuff. And I'm just wondering, is there like specific? Because I would think that there's got to be specific Scotches that go with specific types of food. Like, I mean, I'm sure a peated Scotch probably goes really well with barbecue. But I'm just wondering, is there like certain ones, like with wines, you get wines go with this fish or this beef or this whatever. Is there I'm wondering if there's a Scotch that does the same. The Scotch does the same thing where it pairs better.
I feel any sort of liquor like wine, even tequila, any kind of thing like that has some kind of pairing. But the problem is trying to figure out your own palate with that kind of pairing. What happens is, I think things are generalized. Like Scotches there are people out there who do Scotch pairings, and I've gone to like a beer tasting kind of thing where they pair a beer with a meal. So it's out there, but it's all very broad. So you're either going to like it or you're not. And I don't think I've ever gone to or heard about an actual Scotch pairing, but I wouldn't be surprised if they exist. I know Roy, we got all kinds of fun people in here today. I know Roy Aquavite did something about pairing with cheese. He had to stream and he had the cheese expert on and they were pairing stuff. And that was really interesting.
Yeah. Cause I mean, like with so yeah, I would like to watch a few videos about like whiskeys or Scotches and cheese and stuff like that, because I'm a cheese snob. I could literally sit down with a Gruyere, with Brie, with all kinds of, just sit there and just eat cheese and drink freaking. I probably would get myself even fatter than I already am and drunker than I normally am. So
that's very easy to do. Cheese. Everyone loves pizza. I might have had pizza earlier today.
Did you have pizza or did you go to your like pub and get one of the pub pizzas?
We actually grabbed it from, where was it? Oh, when we went to Irene's, there's this nice, the key thing about Irene's place, other than it being amazing and her doing absolutely astounding picks, and her tasting room where she feeds you lots of whiskeys. There is a restaurant within a few hundred feet where you can just walk out, go in there, get food. It's not amazing food, but it's good. Like the pizza there is actually really good. It's surprising. And it's, an American basic restaurant, but it's not one of those chains. It's just this locally owned place. I think it's called Ryan's. But if you ever do go at Irene's and you have a few of her samples and leave there with, 10 bottles or whatever, it's good to stop at that restaurant and get some food. And that's where the pizza's from. It's very good. I like. I might have more later. I probably shouldn't, but I might. Compass Box. Oh my God. You're right, Christopher. And hello. Welcome. I didn't say that.
Let's see. I don't know why I'm going to put this there, but
David Gishke, how you lads? Welcome.
Okay, so I'll save what I like. I'll give you my order of what I like.
Do tell, then I can tell you what they are in that order.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a wild dumbass guess at C, which everybody is correct, was my favorite.
Can close the poll. It's over, folks. Thank you for participating.
I'm gonna take a shot that it's a Lafroig. That's a Lafroig 10.
That's a good shot.
Because you haven't opened your Carjuice yet, and I don't know the only other one. The only other one that you would have would be Lafroig Select, or what's the other one? Trying to think what the other one that's right there around the 10. But it's a Lafroig. I think I got that.
You are correct. It is a Lafroig.
Yay!
Would you like to see which Lafroig?
Yes, I would love to see which Lafroig, because I actually might buy this one.
Well, I'm sorry to say it might be hard to find. This is Lafroig Lore.
Oh, okay. Lore. All right. Well, I know, and I know how hard it is to find. Thank you for sending me that sample.
Yeah, well, it's delicious. As you know, the richest of the rich is what it says under the word lore. The most finely flavored of all Scotch whiskeys. All right, that's a little much. It is. I'm
gonna take a guess at 96%, or 96 proof. 48 times 2 is 96 proof.
There you go. I don't know if it says anything fancy in the back. It's delicious. That's what I can say. This is what my dad said.
That's just
one of the first ones I got my dad. That was a big expensive one.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't super peaty.
Nope. It's very soft.
It was really, it was like really, really soft, but it wasn't like nothing was overbearing on it. And like I said, it had there was something like ocean like to it, but nothing major. But it was really super light. I was expecting the way people talk about Lafroigs in general. I've never had a Lafroig 10 or anything, but people tend to make it sound like that it's like sucking on seaweed that has alcohol in it.
It's pretty hardcore charcoal. I found with Lafroigs and with peated scotches in general, the older they get, the softer they get. And I believe this is a blend. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure Sugar Kitty will take care of that.
Yes. It's very helpful. This is like, I don't know. It's whiskey. It tastes good. What do you want me to tell you? I feel like it's a blend. And it's delicious.
It's not $4 bottled water there, top shelf Dustin. It's only like $2.69 where I'm at. But okay, yeah. But it was. And now I poured regular water into it with my liquid IV. Just so, and then so number 2 would be the lowest proof of them all, A. I have it like 80, like around 83 proofs are like 40, 41.5, 42 ABV. And man, that one really messed with me because I wanted to say it was like a singleton, but I was told that it's not, the singletons aren't peated. So I really don't have a guess on the bottle.
Which one are we talking about? I blinked.
A.
Okay. All right. Sorry, chat moves and everything. And I'm still not used to clicking on stuff again. So we're on A. A was the easy one, or the simplest one I could. Well, not simple, but the least aggressive I'd hoped. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. No, that's not it. Oh, there you go. Glenfiddich, Fire and Cane.
Okay, so what? Okay, so that Fire and Cane is it? What is the specialty about it? Is it something that like it was finished?
It is a rum. I believe they use rum barrels with this one. It's an experimental series, number 4. It is at 43%. Smoky whiskey finished in sweet rum casks.
Okay, so that's why it was so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm always afraid this one will disappear, but this is one of the earliest ones. And I have found I have a fondness for Glenfiddich stuff, but not like the 12 year. It's usually the older stuff. I'm like, oh, this is actually really good. What the hell? And this is one of the first ones that was like a sidestep from it. I know they have a couple other ones. I think they have an IPA one.
Yes, they do have an IPA one.
I haven't tried that one, but as you can tell, this is, you probably can't see, but it's low. It's like right there. It's basically, I should empty this right now. Hold on. Oh, please drink responsibly. Please.
And hydration is key.
Oh, and hydration is key. Yes. Hydration is key.
What was the proof on that, by the way?
43.
So 86. Okay.
Yeah. It's the lowest.
All right.
Not for Scotch, but it's down there.
But it is something that I see fire and cane everywhere, and I've been kind of like staying away from it because of it says the rum finish stuff is hit or miss.
Yes, it is.
Everywhere. It's like that if you get a sherry finish on anything, it tends to be good. You don't find a whole lot of sherry finished Scotches or Irish or even freaking bourbons and stuff like that are really bad. But rum is like that hit and miss one. It's either way too sweet or you don't taste it at all, but it puts a really bad aftertaste on what you're drinking.
I get the metallic thing.
Yeah.
In a lot of rums, there's like this metallic thread through the whole thing. It just kills it. I just can't. But there is a place nearby that me and my father like going to called the Gulf Stream, and they have like rum flights, and there's a couple there that were highly recommended. I tried one. It's just a sipping rum, and I was like, "Oh, hi, I can drink that. That's okay."
All right, so welcome. I'm gonna go see. So third was B.
Yes.
And that one was the one that kind of grabbed me by the tonsils initially. For some reason, it just seems to be more heavily peated than the first two. So good to me. I couldn't get. I would say it's somewhere around 94. Or somewhere around 90. Around 90, 92 proof. Now you know what? I'm gonna go with 88. For some reason, 88 just seems to freaking pop out in my head. And then, man, I don't know a bottle on that one either because it's like I'm trying to think of what you just threw out a Glenfiddich, and I forgot that there was a peated Glenfiddich. So now I'm sitting there going, is there a complete? You don't
have to guess. Again, it's just if you want to guess, right. Go ahead.
No, right? Because I'm sitting there going, I'm trying to think because he knows I love Glenmorangie, but there's no peated Glenmorangie.
This one is a curveball. It's what would Roy call this? A banana peel almost.
And I know that. Well, it's not Glen. No, because you don't have a Glengoyne.
I have no idea.
The only other thing I think of that I know that you have that you wouldn't tell me whether it was peated or not was that Glen Scotia 15. That's the only, and I know how much you love that bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and say Glen Scotia 15 just for that.
That's a very good guess.
I got it.
Really good guess. Where the hell is it?
Yes, sir.
That's a Campbellton though, right?
It is. That's why it's a banana peel / curveball thing. It is still peated, but it is not an Isla.
Yeah, I wasn't like I said, I wasn't sure because I've had the Polish Glen Scotia 10. I've had Glen Scotia 12. I haven't had 15, and I was like, that's why I asked the question. Wait, is Glen Scotia's peated? Hoping that you would give me but cool, I got that one. All right. Mm-hmm. And the proof on that was what?
I forget.
Doesn't help that it's so dark down here.
46%.
That's only 92. I had it originally before I changed it.
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, it's pretty close. And then you're like, oh, idiot. Oh.
Okay.
Gently matured in the finest American oak barrels.
And finally, D was the one I disliked the most.
Everyone loves the D, as they say.
I didn't.
Hello.
Yeah, I didn't this time. Hey, Whiskey Wars.
Okay, Kalila next. That looks good.
So.
Oh, damn. More is complicated.
You don't have any koala, though, do you?
Koala?
Yeah.
Koala? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, if you got Johnny Walker Green, it's in there, but
I don't. I wish I did. No, I have an Oban 14. I don't think I have any Koala.
Oh, you have an Oban 14?
Yeah.
Well, that's not D because I have an Oban 14. I know I have an Oban 14, and I like Oban 14 very much.
How dare you eat food with your family and not just drink with some random strangers online? What the hell, Whiskey Wars? Thank you for joining us. You're never late. You're here precisely when you mean to be, whether you know it or not. I like Cliff giving me all this info about the lore. I love that. Ex-bourbon, quarter cask, and Oloroso sherry butts, aged from 7 to 21 years. Each spirit bring its own element and lore to that blend. Ooh, so good.
So it literally is like everything I love in a bourbon.
It's so good,
but in a Scotch.
It's so ridiculously good. I actually passed up drinking that yesterday at the tasting because they didn't have a lot of it, and I'm like, I have it at home. I've had like 3 out of 4 of the other Lefroys I've never had. So thank you. I'll pass this time, but I don't want it.
I will honestly say that I will actually search out a bottle of that.
Good luck. I hope you find it. Again, it's one of those ones that crosses my path. I grab it.
More than likely going to have to pay after shipping, probably 130, 140 if Must Have Malts has it, or
about right.
One of those guys have it overseas.
And it doesn't help that Scotch has gone up in price since like 2 years ago. It's ridiculous.
Or maybe I'll ask Top Shelf Dustin if he has an insider somewhere.
There you go. Hey, I know a guy.
I know a guy. Hey. I know a guy. Okay, so the last one was basically a tire fire. It was like chewing on charcoal.
Delicious.
It had a nice little, I don't know, torchiness to it.
It's like being too close to a tire fire, as you said.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess that since if I go by information that Sugar Kitty has given us, there's not a whole lot of 100 even and above, but they are becoming more regular with some of the cask strengths and stuff.
I can almost guarantee some of the SMWS stuff out there is probably that high.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any of those, but wish list stuff.
So, and I don't know, and I know you wouldn't send me a part of any of your samples. So I'm trying to think bottles that you might have, but I'm saying it's 103 proof, and I want to guess it's, you know what? Actually, no, it's, I'm cheating. Screw it. I'm going to cheat. No, it's not that low.
Because it's low. You're welcome.
Man, you don't have any long rows. You know what? I'm not even going to guess on this bottle, but I'm going to say it's somewhere. It's a little bit over 100 proof, like 103, may even be a 101, but it's a little proofy bitch.
Final answer.
Final answer. Tell me what I'm never going to drink again.
All right. Well, this is pretty funny.
It's freaking Ardbeg. Who can tell?
Yeah. As soon as you were like, blah, I was like, must keep poker face.
And that's really bad because I just popped this open the other day, and I tasted it, and it wasn't that bad. I guess for some reason after other
in a blind
peated stuff in a blind, it didn't hold up.
Yeah, 54.2.
108.
Yeah, it's up there. It's glorious.
Well, I guess this one will be drank over time, and I guess this one will be some samples going out. But no, I appreciate the fact that Michelle and William sent this to me, and
if you like Pete, that's really great.
I will be drinking it. It'll take a long time to get all the way through it.
It's part of the journey.
But also, who knows?
Find out what it's like later.
Who knows? 6 months from now, I may only want to drink peated Scotch when I drink Scotch. So
you never know. Nick loves the Oogie. Oogie is amazing. There's another one I keep seeing pass me by, or at least I see it. There's an Ardbeg Anoa. I haven't tried, I don't believe. And I'm kind of curious about that.
Yeah, that's the one that you can get either in the regular box or the barbecue torch. The barbecue.
Yes, thing. That's the one where I'll just see that thing and be like, I have so much peated Scotch already. God damn it.
Yeah, but for the price, for the price of those, depending on where you at and when you get them, I've seen them go as for like $69, $70 at times too. So if it's cheap enough, freaking.
But hell, you get a barbecue thing with it. Why not?
And you get a barbecue.
I don't know what I'd use that for. I don't have a yard. I can't go outside and start burning stuff. Call the cops. Fire department.
Just randomly go outside and start burning stuff.
I go in the middle of the parking lot. I'm like, police come up. What the hell are you doing in the parking lot, sir? Drinking peated Scotch, sir. Get away from me. I live here. You go to hell.
So, since you like scotches, and so have you started to get into American single malts at all, and or anything like that? Where
I will try them if they pass me by. I will try them. I know I've tried Chattanooga, and they're really crazy stuff. Like they're like the finishes is what do it. Chattanooga as a regular, like the Chattanooga 101. Is it a 101? 111. Sorry, the Chattanooga 111. I tried it. I'm not a huge fan, but with their finishes, those are what make it really interesting because it just changes the whole damn thing. It's not
well because they have like the port finish, the tequila barrel finish.
There's a peach brandy one that they did, and I was like, "Hi, friend. Hello, come to me. You're my friend now." But with that, I think the only other one I've had around here is there's a Sons of Liberty. There's a place around here because that's a big thing around the area in New England. Sons of Liberty was a thing in the world in the olden days when the place was just, what is it called? Whatever. A long time ago when we were fighting the British, there were the Sons of Liberty, and they called themselves, that distillery called themselves that. They make malts, and one I think it's not Battle Cry. What's the one I actually have that's not great? Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Hello? Come out to play. I know you are here. I can smell you. There you are. This is the Uprising, which is not my favorite. It is one they made from, I don't know, but it says it's still from a stout mash. New England single malts. Oh yeah, we're copywriting that shit. But it's not my favorite, as you can tell. It's like there. I don't drink it, to be honest.
Who makes it?
But what I do like is called Battle Cry. They make something else called Battle Cry, and it's delicious. And it's
what distillery is that?
Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty. Okay.
Yeah, or SOL. I think it's SOL.com or something like that.
So, but it's is it like a military owned type situation or just
I don't know all the details. I haven't been there in ages because they kind of closed up their tasting room due to 2020 being a thing. So it's not like you can go there and just drink anymore. You can buy stuff there, and I've been meaning to go by there again. And I even knew a guy who worked there. I think he still does. But it's a historical thing. I don't know if it's a military-owned thing. I know what's their name called? Working Man Distillery in Massachusetts is military guy owned. What's his name? I met the guy and his wife. Anyway, that's a really nice one too. That's where I actually met up with Zen Boot for the first time. So hope to go back there again soon. They've been upgrading their stuff. I don't think they do malts though. They've been doing bourbon type stuff, but it's good.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to regular old everyday Scotch, and I'm gonna go with my favorite Scotch at the present moment, the Glendronic 15 Revival.
Hold on. Where are you? Come out, precious.
Do you have a Revival? Or do you?
What?
Do you have the Glendronic 15?
No.
What do you have?
It's Glendronic 15. I was lying to you.
Oh, okay. Because I'm sitting there, it's blur. It's kind of like because you have it back.
Yeah, I'm far away. It's tiny. We're cut off. But yes,
this is freaking 15. So good.
This was donated. Do whatever. Oh, JJ donated this bottle to me. It's lovely.
Yeah, I love it. It's a freaking. That was.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take your favorite, which is Lore, thankfully, put that aside, and then I'm going to be a creature of evil. Where is it? Okay, that's that one. I'm trying to make sure which glass I have here so I can. Okay, here we go. I am going to combine the other three into one glass just to see what happens. It's probably going to be bad. Ardbeg is going to kill the other two. That's what I assume. I'm putting them into the Aquavite glass. I didn't say anything at the beginning, but all the glasses are labeled differently. You know, they have different logos. They got Flaviar, Aquavitae, and the first one here is just empty. The one with C in it, I believe this is Drink Pro, because he sent me a glass when I won one of his little raffles. Okay, here we go. As long as they don't explode, we're fine. These are about half an ounce each.
Yeah.
So it should be about 2 ounces.
I just grabbed my two normal live blends, which are just these Joy Jolt Halo glasses I got off of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a little bit differently shaped Glencairn. But and then I went and got my labeler and just put the A, B, C, D on them.
That works.
Real quick. And then I grabbed 2 other Glens, and it ended up being it's Bourbon Night and Bourbon Junkies.
There you go.
And what's weird is, right, Bourbon Junkies, surprisingly enough, was the one that had was D originally, which is the one I hated the most. So Dan, I should have known. Dan should have freaking, but now it's got revived.
Of course, it's fate. Everything is decided before it all happens. Make sure I didn't miss anyone here.
That is so good.
KillCo said something. Oh, there we go. She's talking about it. Revolutionary War, Sons of Liberty, we're a band of volunteers. There we go. I had a feeling she'd know that. Cool running. Hello. Welcome.
Hey, so do you guys don't have Trader Joe's out there, do you?
No. There is absolutely zero big name brand liquor stores in my area. I have to drive 1 hour just to get to a Total Wine.
Okay, because Trader Joe's is a grocery store type situation, but it's more of
they wouldn't be able to sell alcohol here.
But they have, it's like what do you call it? Like organic stuff, really, kind of. It's like one of those grocery stores. And
yeah, let me double check then, because I know we have those around here.
Everywhere I've gone and seen this bottle, it's been $89 everywhere. I went to Trader Joe's and it was $40. So I grabbed the last one.
There's one. There's a Trader Joe's in the Providence area, which is the big city, but I can guarantee they do not sell alcohol.
But I got a Dalwhinnie 15 for like $43.
Dalwhinnie.
Yeah, Dalwhinnie. And so hopefully there's still some more left on the shelf here pretty quick. And then I can go grab
Bourbon,
another
don't
one.
tease me. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Warwick. Yeah, we do have a Trader Joe's, but they don't sell alcohol here. That's the problem. That's why I said no immediately. I thought it was actually a liquor store chain like Total Wine. Oh my God, Nashville hot chicken prescription bourbon. Stop. There's actually a place near here I might check out soon that has some southern fried chicken options. He said, knowing his cholesterol has been high lately. Let's see. What's Trader Joe's say? Yeah, there's a couple nearby, but again, I know in Rhode Island anyway, I don't think they're, well, I know they're not allowed to sell liquor at any kind of grocery store. It's not a thing they can do.
Yeah, Whiskey Wars was asking where you were located.
Oh, Rhode Island. Rhode Island. The place where if you drive 1 hour in any direction, hell, 30 minutes in any direction, you live in another, you ended in the ocean or a different state. So you hit Massachusetts, Connecticut, you can head down to New York if you wanted to. It's just water. That's it. And the place you can drive anywhere within an hour if you want. It's great. Everyone should visit here. We got mansions. Do you got mansions? I didn't think so.
We have
in the
mansions.
ocean. In the ocean.
You're the only state that has mansions.
Yes. Those are summer homes, technically.
That's not where that's not where Martha's Vineyard and stuff is at, right? That's in Connecticut, right?
That is Massachusetts, I think.
Is it Massachusetts?
Yeah. I think. Don't ask me stuff.
I know there's a bunch of rich people in that area.
Yes, the mansions in this area were the summer homes for the rich. That's what they are. They aren't like their houses where they lived all the time. They were the ones they went to in the summer because it was nicer up here in New England and they had obscene amounts of money.
Or when their kids get in trouble and they have to get them out of town really quick, they go to the houses in Rhode Island.
They get on their fastest buggy with their best horses. Oh, that tastes really weird after having so much peated Scotch.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to wean myself off of the drinking for a little bit just to get my to knock the rest of that peat off my palate.
Just get a tongue scraper and just it'll be fine. Oh yeah, that's right. Preservation Society now officially owns some of the mansions, if not all of them by now. And they are open for tours. And like Marble House is insane because it is a house made out of marble. You can imagine that, an entire house full of marble. Ugh.
Yeah, actually, that's like Greece. Freaking
Classical.
I was stationed in on Crete when I was in the military, and we rented a house. It's like 2,800 square feet, like 3 of us, and all the floors and all the countertops and anything that they could make that was made of marble. Every floor was solid marble. It was like freaking crazy.
They had it. We used it.
Yeah.
Cliff Smith, enjoy. I wonder if there's let me send you a sample whenever I do open that Lefroy Cliff so you can compare. I didn't even realize they actually had Cardenas from ages ago, but I don't even know what the one over here is. Where did I put it? It's around. I actually have bottles behind me and on the floor again. It's not a good thing. What was me? House next door. Marble House, the Breakers, the Elms, Rose Cliffs, just to name a few. Yeah. I think I've been through all of them at least once. It's always kind of weird. Although I will tell people, at least if you're in Rhode Island, go around Ocean Drive just once. Because you'll see some really expensive houses there too. Not necessarily mansions, but like modern mini mansions pretty much. Right by the water. With wonderful views and destroyed during hurricanes usually.
Yeah, Emily Chambers, she says that her grandparents worked in those Rhode Island houses.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think of. Even though right now you could work there. Well, I don't know if they do that anymore. There was a time, I think, I could be making this up, I don't know, where people would do the tours and they also live in the mansion at the same time. Hell, I think at one point they had college kids living in them because they were nearby. They were near Salve. Very posh. A posh place to be a college student.
Oh, speaking of Emily Chambers, hey Emily, send me, like, message me or whatever, the specs on the chair that you're talking about with the Group 22s, like just the general like size, space to put batteries and the motor, just basic specs, so that I can see if maybe I can take your Group 22s and give you see if we can figure out some way of giving you a little bit more power.
He's talking in tongues. I don't know what's happening.
It's something where she posted something about on Facebook, and I said, hey, let's throw a sidecar on your chair, and I'll go for a ride. And she's like, I don't have enough power in the chair. So I was like, okay, well,
get on it. Get a battery, some jumper cables, it'll be fine. Hold on. Mrs. Astor's Beechwood was not privately owned. Ooh, is not privately owned. Now privately. Stuff. Whoop.
Stuff.
Oh, look at this. Love you, man.
Hey, what's up? What's up there, David?
Troublemaker.
Yeah, he uses all these different aliases. DMC, Kentucky, freaking prescription bourbon. Yeah, messing with people.
Nantucket and Martha's Vineyards. Is there another island that is Rhode Island? There's another island that is Rhode Island that is equivalent. What's the name of that? I don't know. The funny thing about Rhode Island is there are a number of islands here, and I grew up on one of them. Oh, Block Island. Yeah. That would do it. Block Island. That one's way off. That's not like part of Rhode Island. That's Rhode Island, and then way out there in the water is Block Island, where you can be as far away from everyone else as you want. And I kind of want to live there, but I don't know if the Wi-Fi is good there or not. So that was one of the things I wanted to do is visit Block Island, but 2020 changed plans.
This is Scotch that was recommended to me by JD. JD is actually the one that donated that Glendronic to the channel. And then when we were just before his trip out here last month, he had suggested I get a Glendronic 12. And I've only had it a couple times. It's pretty good. It's something I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to get into scotches a little bit more. But
I will say before I forget, because I will, that weird blend I did of the other three, actually pretty good. I was expecting it to be absolutely terrible, considering I just combined 3 random peated scotches together, but it's nice. I enjoy that.
Yeah, especially since they're hold on, where's my?
It was the Ardbeg, the Glen Scotia 15, and the Fire and Cane.
So okay, so
it'll cool down the Ardbeg, surprisingly, but it's still there. It's still got that little charcoal kick.
It's just weird if taking taking the Ardbeg and then mixing it with a Campbellton and not having it either explode or
no, somehow or another it cooled it off.
The worst reaction in the world.
Now, I don't have your palate, so it may make it horribly worse, but to me it tamped it down and cooled it off.
Well, no, because now at some point in time I'm gonna have to, because I still have,
it's gonna mix them all together.
I was only taking small pours, so I still have plenty of all 3 of them. So yeah, I'm gonna have to end up doing some.
It was probably a 1/4 of an ounce each ish, because I did measure out all of them for a 1/2 ounce.
Okay. But so there was excuse me, there was a post from do you know who Bourbon Beginnings is?
Yes.
Ruben? Okay. So Ruben's nephew, his name's Jay Martinez. He's kind of he's newer to the bourbon community. And he posted in Bourbon Beginnings, he said, is it crazy to take multiple samples once you've gotten to a certain point and just mix them together to see what happens? Is that crazy? And I'm like, I try to explain to him that's actually how things like Blendageddon and Swilmageddon end up happening. Is it's either really, really good and you want to find out how to make it better, or you want to send it in to say, I said, if you find something if you find something, just keep a track. Anybody that wants to do it, keep a track of whatever you're blending. 2 to 3 whiskeys or whatever. When you're doing a blind flight, you mix them together. You really, really like it.
Infinity bottle.
Yeah, write down the
also infinity bottles.
Yeah, write down the mixture that you've used, and then just play around with it, and then maybe enter it into Blendageddon with Jason from the Mash and Drum. And William Davilar put together an infinity bottle and then turned around and sent a sample, and he ended up being like the number 2. I mean, so, and then if it's really, really, really bad, like it makes you cringe, it makes you want to immediately just.
There's someone who wants to drink that, folks.
Projectile vomit. There's a guy in Wisconsin named Ed from the Rocket Review that wants you to send it to him for Swilmageddon.
It starts tomorrow. Yeah,
I was working on something, but it was pretty nasty, but I have to go back and watch the video and make sure I didn't use too many whiskeys, because I think he has a limit to how many you're allowed to use.
I think that's going live tomorrow, unless you're a patron or something. I have no idea. But he did say on his live earlier today, which might still be going on, I have no idea, that he was going to do a video tomorrow about the rot gut thing. What's it called? Swilmageddon. There we go. Yeah, he'll be posting a video about the details tomorrow, I think. So stay tuned for that, folks. I'm gonna watch it because I want to enter something. I'm not sure it's going to be bad, but I have a few bottles that I really don't like, and I just want to get rid of some of it. So,
it'd be great is if Swilmageddon was, you could, whatever the worst mixture you can come up with of a spirit. That way you could take some of them 99 bananas and mix it with freaking.
That would get no. I mean, he could do something like that someday, like the flavor killer or something like, that's just, there's so many different horrible things that can happen. I could see someone being like, you know what, this is hard liquor, and I'm going to add some Baileys just to see what happens. Oh, it's curdling. Oh, that's great. I'll send that in. There you go. It's coming up next. Bourbon Neophytes going live. Tune in. Yeah, I didn't realize I was landing right on what he's doing, but usually my stream goes from 7 to 8 anyway on a Sunday, and then it goes So go check him out. He's going live right now, probably.
Yeah, he's going
Stay here, but also go there. That's what I want.
Yeah,
I want you to be in two places at once, people.
He was going on at
Watchmen, welcome. JW Red with JW Red and send that to Rocket. Maybe it's an option. Or just mix all the Johnny Walkers together to see what happens. And then you have mix all the Johnny Walkers together accidentally and make Johnny Walker blue.
Yeah, so it looks like Bourbon Neophyte's going to be drinking some Mortlock 15 Game of Thrones this evening.
Nice. Whoa. Chocolate.
So, what do you have from Game of Thrones? Do you have the whole set or?
Yes, Cliff Smith, a patron of mine and also an amazing human being. Noticed that I had done a bunch of them. Like I had bought a few when it was like a thing, and then I didn't get the rest because it was just like that's not going to happen. So he donated the other 4 I didn't have. Oh my God, look out, it's Whiskey Central. Hello. So I do have all of them officially, except for the one that is the. It's not. I don't even know if it was an actual release that they did.
You're talking about the one with the black freaking.
No, I have that one.
Hawk.
That's the what are they called? Night's Watch. I have that one.
Yeah, Night's Watch, and then the gold one is Mortlock, right?
Yes.
There's the gold tin or the gold sleeve.
I think that might be the one I don't have. There's one that's supposed to be the 10 Kingdoms or something like that, or whatever it is. Gold tube. Yeah, Cliff Smith says gold tube. That's the one I don't have. I don't even remember what it's called. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mortlock. Okay. Yeah. Got it. See, I don't know. It's the one I don't have. Why don't I think about it? If I see it, I get it. If not, whatever. Again, it's enough to have all the ones I do right now. It's nuts. And I did want to do a winter is coming thing, but I never did. I don't remember why. Probably because I wasn't feeling great. That happens a lot.
Wait, you did do a winter is coming stream.
I did winter is coming.
I'm sorry.
Those 4 bottles.
A review. That's right.
Yeah, it was those 4 bottles I got in November, probably. I don't really remember.
So does It's Bourbon Night goes on at 8 your time?
Yes, I don't even remember what they're doing. I think they have a couple bottles.
And then, do you watch Shelf Turds? I'm sorry, excuse me, whiskeychannel.com?
I'm aware of them, but I don't watch them on purpose since I realized long ago at the rate I was going then, there was someone to watch on stream every single night of the week. And I realized I was doing that. And I realized I needed to stop. So it's not that I don't want to watch. It's just I need to focus on other things, like making stuff on this channel for one thing.
And
I'm still not good at that.
And taking time to actually try to sleep too.
Yes, that's also a good thing. So I watch maybe 4 different streams a week, maybe. And even then, I should probably pull back a bit. But I knew I try to watch Aquavitae, even though I missed that a lot because of the time. And it's Bourbon Night.
Yeah, there's so many people that going on like all.
Sometimes Whiskey Central. I know you're here.
Yeah, truthfully, when it comes down to Shayla, it literally comes down to whether or not I can. I've done a lot of lurking because I get home, I get off at work.
Yeah, you're still. That's early in the day for you.
Yeah, so like if I get off at work at like 1:30 and she goes on at 2:00, by the time I get home and I start winding down, I just throw it up on my TV. And on my TV, it doesn't show you that I'm lurking because there's no way of me chatting through my TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I just throw it up there and listen to it while I'm winding down and stuff like that. I'm not as involved in her channel as I used to be.
I'm a lurker all the time. Like if I do watch someone else's stream that I'm not normally there, I'll say hi, and maybe that's it. Because I just want to participate. I just want to be there. I don't always want to chat.
Yeah, and the thing is too is that what people don't realize is that if you are lurking and you're like you're on your phone, you're on your computer, and you're lurking, you're not trying to be involved at all. Use a separate account if you don't want anybody to interact with you. Just use a different account to watch, because all somebody has to do, just so you know, I'm just trying to help people that really just don't, that if they are in a certain space, they just want to watch and be involved in that way, but not have people interact with them. Because as soon as I type in anybody's name into the comment space, if they're lurking, even if they're not on the screen, if they're lurking, they'll pop up that they're lurking. And then then you get called out. Sometimes I watch some of these and I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to interact with anybody because I'm just trying to
But your name begins with the.
Deal with the day.
Yeah.
So every time somebody types in, the bourbon wrench, the mash and drum, and stuff like that, they see the mash bill and
he's here. I'll say hi. It's all good intent.
And it's all good intent, but then I feel obligated to at least say hi back to him, and then I'm involved.
Brandon and I lurks all day, every day.
Yeah, I look like a lurker. Yeah, thanks a lot there, David. That's the pot calling the kettle black there, David.
For me, that's a little perk about starting having my channel be KillCo Whiskey Music, because not many people start something with K.
Yeah,
very few. It's like at K. It's like, oh, it's just me.
It's all at Caitlin. Caitlin Brewbreaker is the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
Yep, that's one. But there's not a lot, thankfully. I do have other accounts. Though. I think I have 2 other accounts that just are there. They just exist. One of them is just my name. That might be a bit of a giveaway.
And the other one is 77, though, right? Isn't that the other one?
That's the one I used to. That used to be the channel. It was like KillCo 77, and it was the same thing, but now I just changed it to KillCo Whiskey Musings because that's marketing 101, folks. Make everything the same everywhere. Even my Twitter is that. My Twitter is still KillCo 77. Everything else, I try to switch.
So when are we going to get those dance videos on TikTok from KillCo? When's that coming?
No, it's never happening. You want me to move? I'll do songs. I'll do stupid bullshit things, but I still don't quite understand TikTok. I have one and I don't like it, but I'll use it occasionally just because it's a new platform and I at least want to be aware of it. And it is distracting. Holy shit! It's disturbingly distracting. It's like, oh, that's funny.
You can go down a crazy rabbit hole on freaking TikTok.
That's what it does. TikTok's like, hello, thunk, you're coming with me.
No, but I really do think, okay, this is just me spitballing, and I'm sure people in the chat would agree. I do think that KillCo Kitchen would do really, really well on TikTok.
I thought about it. I was like, yeah, these little 5-10 second clips I'm doing could work for TikTok. It's a matter of cooking. And also, it's really hard to cook when you're trying to film stuff all the time. But it works.
Yeah, I agree with prescription bourbon.
Do I have Mark Twain? Maybe.
You don't have to,
Shakespeare.
You don't have to read Mark Twain. You can just read the back of E.H. Taylor bottles.
Good. Let's see if we can. What's this?
Well, no. Remember, you did the stream when that was the one I think it was actually on. Was the one where you took the tube from that small batch that I sent you and read the back of it in a Southern man's voice, in a Mark Twain.
Oh, that was a video.
Southern man's
Yes.
Yeah.
The Glendronic revival, color, antique bronze, nose, and intoxicating burst of maraschino cherries, ripe bramble, and dark chocolate mint with hints of orange bitters and walnut liqueur. I do declare.
I'm surprised. The truth is, I'm surprised that you don't, because I know you were involved, that your dad was involved with doing the voice acting, the books on tape type situation stuff. Yeah. That you weren't still more involved in doing something like that, because you can control your own schedule. You can control when and everything else you can do. You do that type of stuff, and you have that voice.
I have to read and talk at the same time. It's not as easy as it looks. It's not with me when my eyes are like, yeah, this is interesting, but what about over there?
Squirrel.
Yeah. What was that noise? Gosh, I'm hungry. Maybe I'll make some coffee. What time is it? That is the ting 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 ting. It's pinball brain. That's what it is. I don't like, it's not so much squirrel, but that'll do it. It's just this random ping ball machine going, hitting everything, getting distracted all the time. Oh, it's so frustrating.
No, I understand. Freaking. That's why we have these conversations. That's why when, like the other day, freaking when you texted me and told me that you were, the anxiety thing. I just, I let people know that, hey, just, I'm going to check up on them, or I'll talk to them within the next few days. Anybody else has any contact with him, just realize that he, he recently had an anxiety episode, and so he might not be wanting to talk to people a whole lot right now. So, but
yeah, well, sometimes it's the reverse. Like with that night, I tried to go to bed early and be a good monkey and have a normal sleeping pattern. And 2 to 3 hours later, my body was like, here's this weird anxiety dream. It doesn't make sense. Are you going to be talking to someone? All you're going to be wearing is a towel. It's a theater. They're interviewing me for a job. And I'm awake. At least I had a towel. I'm going to go sit at my computer for a while. And thankfully, Cheech was going on. So I had that feeling of, I just need to be somewhere else. And that's what that is, where I'm, here, but not. The other thing I used to do before I got so popular and started live streaming and having so many people here, is I would just go to the casino. There's a casino nearby. Like I could walk there if I wanted to. Not right now, it's freezing. But that's where I would go just to be somewhere. And they do have a bar, and they do have a wall of beer, so that's nice. I don't know if it's still there considering what's going on now, but probably back up and running. It was one where you get the glass, go over there and pick whatever you want, and it would get charged to your card, depending on how much you poured. Although it did stop at some point.
So like a beer tap vending machine is
kind of. I mean, there was just a lineup of beers and wines, and you just pull the spout, and it would add up. And I think it did have a cutoff point, but then you could just start again. So it's just like, oh, it's topped at 8 ounces. This is a 12-ounce cup. Keep going. And it was all charged to your card. You gave me your card. Just hope you had the money.
KillCo's all in there with a 32-ounce freaking big-ass mug going,
oh, no, no.
I need something for the
glass. You can't just go in with your own mug. It's like, how you doing?
I need this on the way. I need something for the walk home.
Yeah. It keeps me warm. I was trying to get used to like talking to the bartenders there and maybe getting a free drink, But that stopped very suddenly. So hopefully they're still alive and work there. It's one of those. But I don't want to go back in there yet. I'm still not comfortable.
Yeah,
with mask mandates changing and everything.
And the other thing is too is like you said, freaking, you've just spent a large amount of hours around a lot of people in a semi small space, enough for you to not touch elbows, but at the same time. So that's your large crowd interaction for this week.
Oh yeah, it drained me already. Like when I told you earlier, I was just in a fog most of the day. But I know part of it was just had to get food in me, had to get caffeine in me, drink some damn water. And once I started doing that, I was like, oh, there you are. Welcome back. You have stuff to do. Shit.
Highlight Evil Williams. That's the perfect one. Do not go gently into that. Oh, something shiny.
All it takes. It's not much. I did like doing the casino though. I'd spend a whole $5. It's a whole hour and a half of fun. It's great. Penny machines, dimes, nickels, quarters. Big spending if I'm doing the quarters though.
No, I'm not a big casino guy at all.
I wasn't until one popped up down the road, and even then, I haven't gone in 2 years.
Well, my thing was that, like anything else, I don't know, bourbons, scotches.
You don't need another vice.
I don't need another vice, but it's one of those things where it's like, I'm that guy that walks in with $20, an hour later is like $1,800 up, and can't walk away because I know I can win more. And then I'll be back to the original 20 I started with within another hour. And I'll say, well, I did it once, I can do it again. And the next thing I know, I'm at an ATM taking out another $200 that I never get back. And freaking,
yeah, so, you get hooked and you're like, yeah. For me, I go in there knowing I will have nothing, but it's $5. And I have a rule, and I've stuck to it so far, is if I double whatever I'm making right now, like if I put $5 in and I win, and suddenly I got $100 extra or something. Done. End of the day. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, my rule, because I still go with my cousins and stuff when we go to Laughlin to see, like a couple years ago we went and saw Sammy Hagar in Laughlin. So we're in Laughlin for like 3 days, and it was, I told myself I allotted myself $40 per day, so $120 over 3 days to gamble. Once it was gone, once $40 was gone for that day, no more. And I stuck to it. And the last day, I walked away. So there's $120 over 3 days. I walked away with $300 off the last day. So I made a profit of freaking like a little bit over $200. And I was like, hey, this ended up working out for me. Now, had I went ahead and went with those first 2 days where I lost the 40 rather quickly and said, oh no, I'm gonna go ahead and just use the 40 for tomorrow, I would have been in a whole crap load of trouble. But
I had a couple of tricks. I don't need them, but I know early when I first started going to casinos occasionally, it's the same casino, but it was in a different place. So it moved. It was in Newport, which is a couple towns over. And then now it's right next to me. They moved and built a whole new one. So originally when I went in there a few times, I would get angry. Like I'd be like, fuck this machine. I'm going to, put more money into it. I'll show you. And one of the tricks I was told is leave all your cards and credit cards and everything in the car or at home. So you don't have them. So it's not like, I'm going to go get more money. It's like, oh, no, I'm not. I had $20 coming in here and I have $0. And that's that. My license. That's it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, now they got these stupid things called freaking taps where you put it on your phone and all you do is tap it on the freaking the little sensor that's on the machine, and boom, it asks you how much, and you put in how much, and then boom,
next thing that shit instantly.
Yeah.
You said taps and like, oh
no, well, it's a stupid thing. You see in the gas station stuff where it's like it's on your phone and you can just like it was an NFC or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's one of the things we have
They have those here at the
I got one on my fucking watch.
They have one of those casinos now.
Take it off. Yeah.
So if you have like a Samsung wallet or Apple wallet or whatever like that, you can literally just walk up. You don't have to put a card in there. You can just set.
You found a way around the system.
Yeah.
No, you don't need your card. It's like having Amazon with the instant buy. That's what that is.
Yeah, pretty much.
One-click buying. Wait a minute. What if I'm not sure? One-click buying. Do it.
Oh no, I don't ever one-click buy.
Neither do I. My dad used to. He stopped that.
It bites you in the ass.
Yeah. There's plenty of stuff where I've just held it in the cart and been like, nah, think about it. 2 weeks later, I should probably move that from the cart. I'll buy it. Well, I must say this Glendronic 15 does taste a little better now. Right off the peat, it was weird.
Yeah.
But now it's mellowed out. My palate's adjusted. Although I still like the blend, which is strange. But I like it. I'm going to drink the rest of that tonight. And the lore. And maybe it's something else. I don't have to work tomorrow. You don't have to work. Ah, yes, that's right.
Well, technically, you don't have to work tomorrow, but you got content to make for next week. So I
have to wake up and start another day. That's work. And I have an appointment.
So what bottles have you got? What bottles have you gotten donated or gotten a hold of lately that haven't been popped yet?
I have, well, as of yesterday, more. I will demonstrate. Hold on. Well, the one that I'm probably going to do a video on next is this one. It's Nulu. Hold on. But it's the Casca Blanca.
Okay, and so is that it's not finished, right? It's just a straight bourbon?
I have no idea. Sure, it's a bourbon. That's all I know. It's a single barrel pick from Nulu. And I assume it's just bourbon. Yeah, right under where it says the Nulu on the front label, it would tell you if it was one of the finishes. It would say finished in. Nope, just straight bourbon. Straight bourbon whiskey. That's it.
Okay.
I think they just picked the barrel. As far as everything else, where are they? Where did I put them? What am I doing? That one is the spare. This is one of the ones that I think Irene Tan's going to donate if you're interested, because this is something I will go into next.
Oh, the Fighting 69th Irish.
This is her single barrel pick though. This one.
Oh, that's cool.
It's going to be. She'll give me another one of these. She actually tried to give me one of these yesterday, and since someone whose name begins with Z decided to donate this to me while I was there, I said, "Oh no, I can't. Someone's buying me one right now." And because I don't give away bottles, it didn't register that I could take that bottle and do a giveaway. of an Irene Tan pick. And then it dawned on me at 2 a.m. last night or this morning. And I texted her. I'm like, hey, about that bottle you were going to give me. And I said, I can't take it. I forgot I mentioned that whole giveaway thing. Are you still? I'll be there next week. And I think she's going to give it to me anyway. So I can give one of these away at some point. I figure that'll be good for next month because it's St. Patrick's Day. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I won't say that's a definite until I actually have the other bottle. This one is one I won from a Whiskey Encore, Buffalo Trace, and it's a store pick. I guess Shores Liquors.
Okay.
Yeah, Shores Liquors, which is strange. I've never had a Buffalo Trace store pick ever. Didn't even know it was a thing. This is one Mom gave me. Mama KillCo. And this is actually the distillery that's going to be there at Irene Tan's barrel thing, Clonakilty.
Is it a new distillery or is it a offshoot of one of the?
I feel like it's a new one. This one was finished in IPA barrels. This isn't her pick. This is one Mama KillCo grabbed because it looked interesting. Because this is a local brewery revival here. So
Mama KillCo went with you yesterday also?
No, she was busy on the. She was doing a performance on the dinner train. I don't think they do dinner anymore. I'm not sure. But this is the big one. This is the one that came up and then disappeared because it went like that. Elijah Craig, private barrel proof. Come on, focus. 10 years.
And
66.80%.
Oh, that's Irene. That's Irene Tan's private barrel.
Yes.
This is Whiskey Mentors, so that's why I thought.
Yes, Whiskey Mentors. That's her. That's her. Do I call it a business? She owns a liquor store called Canterbury Liquors. Her side gig, I guess, is being a whiskey mentor, so you can go there and do tastings. Or if you know she's going to be there and get in touch with her, you can try a couple things from her vast array of bottles, which is amazing. You can just go there and sample stuff. It's crazy. I love it. And she is a whiskey somm, so she did go to Wizard Academy and got sommified, I like to call it.
I'm just gonna throw it out there as a. People can agree or disagree with me at all, but I think that Irene Tan probably knows more about freaking whiskeys than those guys at the Academy. But that's just my own.
Probably, but she also has a background in wine. Like I think she did do. I don't know if she got certified somm or anything, but she does do wines. She does do beers even. I mean, she goes the range. She's interested in everything. Clifton would know more about her since he's spent more time directly with her, just because he's closer and he goes there more often. More often. Have another drink, Brian. Yes. That is her brand. Yeah, Whiskey Mentors is her brand.
Okay.
2 picks from Clonakilty are amazing. I only had a sip of it yesterday, and I'm fairly certain my palate was blown out because of all that peated stuff. But I am going to buy a bottle of the new one for next Friday. She's doing a tasting, so I'll go there. They do dinner. They're still doing the dinner train, yes. But that's where Mama KillCo was, thankfully, because generally my mom would bring my dad up there, and I'd drive up there myself. And I am so glad she did not have to drive in that shit yesterday. That was crazy. Not a fan that I had to, but at least we made it back.
Yeah, so right now I opened it up last week and I liked it, but I wanted to open up a little bit more. Is this Gervon patent still from it's number 4 from William Grant and Sons. It's a still that ran in the 60s that was shut down for like 30 something years, and they brought it back in the 90s, and it's a still number 4. That's why that's number 4 apps. And it's a specific type of still that they've used. There's a whole, like, if you go online and look up it's GIRVAN, Gervon patent still, is a whole story behind the whole thing. And these are the William Grant Sons are the only ones that actually own a working one. So I found this at Bevmo, and it's, rather cheap, and you could tell that it's rather young because it literally looks like
clear,
like really light ginger ale, like freaking, damn near clear, but it's good. I mean, I'm not disappointed that what I paid for it. So
This is a good thing.
Yeah, and doesn't really have much in the way of legs on it.
She got
legs.
It's
like really it seems to be really young, but when it comes to Scotch, you can say if it's like less than 10 years, it's really young too. But
yeah, I've said that in Scotches is there's 10-year bourbons, which I feel are right where they need to be, and a little more might be interesting. And 10-year Scotch is they've just started. Give it 5-10 more years.
Well, that's the thing when you look at like lines, Glenfiddich's, the Glenmorangies, the 10 is where everything starts, and then goes up from there. You don't see a whole lot of those larger lines going anything below 10.
It usually starts at 12.
But I've said, Glenmorangie 10, just the standard Glenmorangie is 10 years old. It's freaking amazing for what it is. But yeah, then after that it goes like usually like 12, 14, 15, 18, then 21, 23, 25, and 27 are like pretty much cover pretty much most
I
of
just pulled one out. I was confused. It's like, did we do a 20? All right, let's do a 23. We have 25. Do I hear 30? 30. Let's do a 30.
So like Sam Houston's and Calumets. Hey, what do we got left over from last year? Oh, it's 15 years old now? Okay, let's put that in a bottle.
Dang, got it. All right, Stanley, I think we're going to have to wrap it up soon.
Hey.
We've got 3 minutes left. Time flies, as always.
And the 2 hours, I think we did pretty good for the 2 hours.
Yeah, we got most of the tasting part done in the first hour. I was just worried about going too long because I know I wanted to sit with these a little bit because they are peated stuff.
Well, alrighty, sir. I appreciate you sending me the blind, and I appreciate you having me on here. And I'm
glad you liked one of them. I'm sorry it's the one that's not easy to find.
Well, no, I did like A also. So I mean, that is definitely going to be one
that is probably easier to find.
And a Fire and Cane, I can go right now. I can go to the liquor store that's down the street.
It'll probably taste a little better and be a little spicier and probably a little peatier. Because again, I've had that for at least 2 years, and it's almost gone. I really need to just dump it, end it, drink it all at once.
Just go on Livewire later and just go ahead and do the bottle. Just do the bottle kill on Livewire, and you'll be all right.
No, I don't kill bottles.
I know.
I will probably give some to my dad, but I don't remember if he likes it or not. That's my only concern. Because it's like a lower level peat at this point, as you could tell, it was just almost not there.
Right. Okay. Well, sir, like I said, thank you very much. I hope that we can arrange some more KillCo Swaggins interactions.
I hope so.
When you feel, like I said, when you feel you're ready for a guest again, just holler at me, and I'll come on. I know that. I just know the guest thing with you sometimes is like, you don't mind having a guest, but then you have to take a break from it for a while before you're ready to do it again.
Yeah, well, it also is like StreamYard and a whole different thing, and I have to dust it off. Oh yeah, that's how they use this. They changed it. They added background music.
They added one thing, background music, and you've lost it. You just totally.
No, they added 2 things. I can make myself have a border when I'm single, just me, so I can see the background now.
Oh yeah, you can put it in a back. You've been able to put in backgrounds.
No, the background itself. Here, I'll show you. Hold on.
Or are you talking about like that?
Remove you for a moment.
Okay.
So I can show you. So there's a border. It's weird. It freaks me out. That's all.
You just got to come up with the back.
I ain't paying for it again. I don't have guests on enough.
No, the back overlay, though, where you just find a picture that you really like that makes you feel nice and calm and soothing and put it as the background. So when you do go by yourself and you have that border, you feel good. You feel all right.
You have to pay for that.
Too much.
I don't use it enough. All right, we're ending the stream. It's over. It's over, folks. I am glad you've enjoyed your peated Scotch flights. Stick around for a minute. We can chit-chat at the end. Everyone else, check out It's Bourbon Night. It's Prescription Bourbon still live. If he's still alive, go check him out. Make sure you give him a sub. Get him to he's going for 200, 300? 300? I forget. Anyway, as always,
200.
Yeah, we're going for 200. Anyway, as always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome.
Thrice out.
And I will see you out there.